Let me ask about "Be My Baby" in particular.
Yeah.
When you were recording the Phil Spector, there are so many fills in the song. Were you doing that on your own, or was he coming up and just telling you?
No. He wasn't telling me what to play, but when. Once we get into the, I mean, I did my own thing, but once we get into the fade of a song, Phil used to be like he was conducting the Philharmonic, and I used to say, we should do an album called the Phil Harmonic. It just never happened, unfortunately. But Phil would go, he'd never let me play for the first couple hours. I was like a racehorse. I wanted to play, and everybody was playing. And pretty soon he'd say, now. Phil had a strange thing. It was really funny, because there was a big sign on the door at the studio. Closed session, no entrance. And anybody stuck their head in, Phil would drag him in, put him in the studio. Hal, give him a tambourine. Give him a this, or give him a, you know.
Didn't matter.
There'd be 15, 20 guys playing percussion, just banging. And that was all part of that famous wall of sound.
You described it as, in the book, as a controlled chaos.
That's exactly what it was.
Was he still able to
Did
knock
you read
out...
my book? I don't think I ever read it.
It's a good book.
I swear. Yeah.
Was he still able to knock out the same number of songs? In the movie, they're talking of 4 songs in a 3-hour session. You could get that. But with the Phil Spector method, did it slow everything down?
Well, you know, it depended on the mood, on the song, on the, you know, what they were going for. Sometimes in the middle of a song, he would want to change the arrangement completely. Or a lot of times the musicians would say, Phil, why don't you this or why don't you that? He'd say, yeah, let's try that. There were people that like Paul Simon, anything you wanted to try, absolutely do it. Neil Diamond, same way, do it. He used to come in with a song with no titles. He had 3 words somewhere. Just an idea, but he wanted to record it, and that's what we would do.
So in that case, no charts would be written at all.
We would write our own charts.
Right.
But he would have sang or hummed the song for us, and we knew approximately what it was. But songs like I Am, I Said, some of those kind of things, they were arrangements that we put together, you know, at the studio, and that's why they hired us. And studio costs were a lot of money, you know, to go in, rent a studio for 3 hours. Then you had mixing hours, overdub hours, you know, those hours added up. Today it's almost impossible, you know.
Everybody does it at home.
Exactly.
It's a piece of cake.
Well, everybody has, you know, a lot of studios in their garages now, and they're, you know, they're all becoming engineers, making their own records. But the point is that they used to hire our wrecking crew because we could go in, we could do 6 tunes in 3 hours. We could do an album in one day, you know, in a 6-hour period.